Breaking news. Southeast senators meet Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, to immediately release Nnamdi Kanu. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 3rd of July 2024. And I have a breaking information for every one of you listening to me right now from where you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, it don't happen. And I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. The senators from the southeastern part of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, otherwise or currently known worldwide as the hinterland of Biafra, have gathered themselves, as we have been telling them, instead of coming to the pages of newspaper to clamor for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. We have been telling them to gather themselves and go to Abuja. Of course, they all live in Abuja, and go to Asorok, march to Asorok and tell Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu, instead of coming to the television or pages of newspaper to tell us how you want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. So go there and tell them to release him. That the people of Biafra have said they can only stop, only the sit at home, not the freedom march, not the march to freedom. That they can only end the Monday. When I say sit at home, I have to be specific. That they can only end the Monday sit at home, because I don't know what the government in exile might bring tomorrow. They can say, okay, now because we instituted Monday sit at home because of Nnamdi Kanu, now he's free, we are going to shift it to Friday. It can happen. So these people from the old eastern region, the people from southeast, whichever name you want to give it, but the Biafran people have said they can only end the Monday sit at home, of course, only if Nnamdi Kanu is free. Stop telling us on the pages of newspaper. Go there and tell them to free him. We have been shouting, we have been talking about this, and today they have finally done what everybody expected them to do. Now, I don't want to waste your time. Let me quickly read from The Nation. And according to their title, they said, Southeast senators meet Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, seek freedom for Nnamdi Kanu. Some senators from the Southeast geopolitical zone met with the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Lateef Fagbemi-San, on Wednesday, July 3rd, to seek his assistance in ensuring freedom for the 10th leader of the separatist group, the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Today, they no longer put proscribed umokoko. Now, they continued. The lawmakers, led by a former deputy governor of Abia State, Senator Nnamdi Kanu, had an audience with the AGF in his office in Abuja on Wednesday. Speaking after the meeting, Kanu said they visited the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, to work on ways to ensure an end to Kanu's trial and detention by exploring options outside the court process. Let me finish reading the article, then if I have anything to say, I will definitely say it. And they continued. He said the visiting senators handed a letter to the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, for delivery to President Bola Tinubu, conveying their request for an out-of-court approach to resolving the case involving Kanu. Kanu lamented that the economy and social lives in the Southeast have continued to be negatively impacted by the Kanu case and his incarceration. Oh, so no, una finally notice that time na Ghana ama na fisi baka let us go and kidnap him kaiga buri na Kenya na fisi baka if what's the name of that idiot from I don't want to I always pushed to use that word, from Saboland, from Republic of Sabotua. I'm always pushed to use that word, but when I think of the same place that our eternal leader comes from, nah, I become tired. When I remember that there are hundreds of thousands of, Biafrans, genuine Biafran supporters from that same land, Ikagum, if not a sizable number of people that have come from that area that have sabotaged Biafra, sabotaged Ndibo, sabotaged every single thing that has to do with the well-being of Ndibo. From that very land, it is uncountable. But our eternal leader comes from that same place. And thousands of Biafrans who are genuinely supporting what we are doing also come from that place. So I cannot be pushed to use some names to qualify Nnewi. I hope that idiot from Nnewi called Ifanyoba, is he there? Let us see if we are going to see the names of the people who followed Iberibe through this very journey. Let us continue and see if we are going to see their names. Oh, so now you people know that Nnamdi Kanu's illegal abduction in Kenya and the subsequent extraordinary rendition to the zoo is not going to be a child's play, because all of you bought DOS over. You bought over the leadership, the then leadership of IPOB, thinking that you can now proceed. Mad people everywhere. God has shown you people that you can never win him. The Biafra Restoration Project is God's project. Whether you like it or not, it is God's project, and you can never stop it. Kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, kidnap any kidnappable person, you can never stop the movement for the restoration of Biafra. That one is for sure. If you like, turn to terrorists, which you have already become, but you can never ever stop the freedom of the people of Biafra. Now they continued. Abaribe said, the peaceful and legitimate demand by Kanu has been hijacked by hoodlums and hardened criminals. Of course, you know who they are talking about. That is the reason why I told you, there is no any possibility are they possible? You know the people they call this name, hoodlums, hardened criminals, and all that rubbish. Now they continue, they said, resulting in wanton killings of innocent people, including security operatives. They know who they buy and they know who they contracted to use and buy innocent people. Not the freedom fighters, of course, it can never be. Now, the lawmaker said he met on Monday with Kanu. Oh, so you sneaked in to see our leader, where he is being kept at the headquarters of the Department of State Services, DSS, in Abuja, adding that Kanu has agreed to abide by any condition set for his release. Dear friends, let me take that again. We are going to discuss this during my live broadcast. I will be coming live this evening, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Biafran time. Make sure that you tune in. Make sure that you are available. Anything that will make you miss this evening broadcast, say Holy Ghost fire to that. Because all you are working on, we are going to be discussing about the running CDS that called himself Muhammad Musa, who ran to South Africa, begging them to come and help them to conquer Biafra. We are going to be discussing about the sudden change of the governors from the so-called Southeast, asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and to make the matter worse, that demand came from the mouth of Hope Uzodimma. That is the worst part of it all. We're going to be discussing about that, and then we will be discussing about this very latest development. They said, the lawmaker said he met on Monday with Kanu, where he is being kept at the headquarters of the Department of State Services, DSS, in Abuja, adding that Kanu has agreed to abide by any condition set for his release. Abide by any condition set for his release. Okay, I don't want to say anything right now. Let's continue first. Abaribe was optimistic that once Kanu is released, the tension and troubles that have engulfed the Southeast geopolitical zone since 2021, when Kanu has been in custody, will come to an end. He urged the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, to convey their message to President Tinubu and for the AGF to use his position to terminate all charges brought against Kanu by the federal government. Abaribe said virtually all political and religious leaders, including other stakeholders in the Southeast, have unanimously agreed that Kanu be released for peace to return to the geopolitical zone. Now, my people, I do not want to talk too much. I don't want to analyze anything at all here. Nothing. So, like as I said before, I will be live this evening, 7 p.m. Biafran time. Make sure you don't miss it. Unless if Prime Minister has an emergency. But even though he has an emergency, after the emergency, I will still come live to make sure that we discuss about all of these, letters happening around our land, and of course, Biafra restoration movement. Thank you, my people. Tosalo Numozia, and make it go viral.